Okay, first we gotta flip the mirror. That's done. All right. Oh, and then, hi everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I gotta share the live, which is ridiculous here. Let me see. All right, once again, have my contacts. I must have to get new contacts. All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for my heart. All right, let's see. Kath, JC. I am moving along. How is everybody? All right, I'm trying to share my live. I'm trying to do all these good things because I don't know how to do it. Today we're talking about blood sugar, everything blood sugar. Thank you for my heart. Everything blood sugar today. And try and figure out, okay, I think I got this. I'm figuring it out. Yay. All right, I'm working it. Sorry, y'all. I'll get there. All right. Whoop. All right, let's see how that goes. How's everybody this morning? Thank you for my heart. Thank you for my heart. Oh, you guys are fun. Hi, Chun. Hi, Kim Ye. All right, let me see. I can see you guys better. All right, let's see. Sorry, buddy. I'm not Funny Brothers. I just don't co-host. It's too scary for me. All right, so first things first. Water and coffee. Good morning, Kelly. How are you today? Welcome. We're talking about blood sugar today, and there's a lot of yapping for the first amount of time, just so that we can kind of get on the same page and understand. I have to get water. I have one of those cool ice makers. Has anybody seen those little like countertop ice makers? I think they work really well. I actually love them. And I can get it from my tap. It's just as yummy. All right, so blood sugar. Let's see. I have all my notes ready to go, so I'm going to be able to. Hi, Sunflower. Hi, Jazzy. Good morning. I'm great, thanks. I'm a diabetic myself, by the way. Type 2 or 1? Good morning, Robin. Type 2. Oh, good. So this is going to be very helpful. You know, what I noticed about diabetics and all the blood sugar, and even when I was trying, thank you for my cheer me up. What I notice about blood sugar issues, and we're going to cook a little bit later, but I want to chat a little bit about this. Okay, great, Luann. You know what's great about type 2? You can absolutely reverse it, which is really important. Thank you for my rose. Which is really important because that, you know, when you know you can reverse something and the body is like strong enough, then you have hope and it makes you want to do things. Thank you, Cheryl, for my heart. So it's completely reversible, type 2, and you don't have to be on medication forever. So what I noticed, good morning, Kimye, what I notice about everything blood sugar is everybody has a different take on what's good. Thank you, Easier Life Now with Jess. I noticed that everything that I read over the I know a little bit, but okay, fair enough, Kelly Belly, fair enough. I come from a position of that things are reversible because the body is, programmed to heal itself. So if we support it enough, and it's not easy, I think it's a body, mind, and soul connection. You can't just do one without the others, for sure. So yes. So what I noticed, everybody has every university, every doctor, every place that you read about diabetics and blood sugar is that it's very confusing. Everybody has a different, thank you, Cheryl, everybody has a different view of how to heal or how to control it or how to help it. Hi, Idaho. Nice to see you. So I kind of mixed all the things together, and I come from a very different place. Hi, Twyla. I come from a very different place. Hi, Marina. Because I believe that, like I just said, that the body's helpful and that it's okay to eat complex carbohydrates because you can steadily keep your energy and your blood sugar level. And that's the place that I'm going to come from today. Good morning. So thank you, Cheryl. So that's where I'm coming from today. And I want you guys to understand sort of in a very simple way. Brown Eye Girl, how are you? Thank you. So for you, for type 1, I think it's a little bit different, and you're going to be on insulin because your pancreas isn't producing it. So low glycemic, which is super healthy. Yep. Thank you, June. So, for blood sugar, obviously, and the glucose is the body's primary energy source, right? So it comes from complex carbs, fruits, grains, vegetables, grains it is different. I feel slightly rested, but yet exhausted at the same time. Hold on, let me get my coffee pot. Now that you mention it, I gotta make my mushroom coffee. I'm gonna make it right in front of you guys today because I don't want to come off screen. So your body needs complex carbs. Now, what I see sometimes is that then I was looking up and somebody said, oh, you got to do the ketogenic diet and not eat any carbs and just eat fat. And I don't really know if that's sustainable, because how do you sustain that when your body needs complex carbs to survive? So I don't get that diet. Yes, it's sort of like, do you guys remember the Zone diet or Atkins diet back in the day, years and years ago, where it was like, just eat bacon and fat and butter? Okay, I give me a few minutes easier and remind me again. I just want to get through some of these notes so we can get to cooking, and I will tell you all about mushroom coffee because I've been drinking it forever. So, and it comes from carbohydrates, and insulin helps the glucose enter the cells for energy. So that's the very basic thing, right? Your body needs glucose, and right? Atkins, remember that? I think that guy died of a heart attack, the guy that did it, if I'm not mistaken. So, and I might be wrong, but I think so. Thanks, Jess. So for me, high blood sugar levels fluctuate, right? Or everybody's fluctuate depending on what you're eating. So if you're eating carbohydrates, it causes the blood sugar to rise, and then the body releases insulin to help move glucose from the blood into the cells. Got it? So excess sugar is stored as fat when it's not used, and blood sugar crashes, which is hypoglycemia, and it can cause fatigue, shakiness, cravings, brain fog. I'm reading from my notes because it's easier. I don't want to miss anything. So think about that for a second. We get up in the morning and people are eating, the standard American diet is like an English muffin or a bagel. Good morning, Renee. Or a donut or Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Or, I was thinking, I just saw this and I have to post it. I'm going to repost it in my way because, I like to keep things positive. But it was like 15 things why people went from, being the most physically fit nation in the 70s to like the worst and unhealthy. And I was like, oh my God, every one of these is true. And one of them I remember was, the big coffee brand that started in Seattle. It said they took coffee from 0 calories to 500 calories. I thought that was very interesting. And it's all sugar. So think about all that. So by the time we get to work or we're getting our kids off to school and we're having all these sugary things and, your blood sugar's going, and then it crashes and it's like, these things over time, your body can't stay in that space. So it kind of breaks down, right? So the impact of chronic blood sugar spikes, here's where it happens, right? That's where insulin resistance happens. That's where weight gain and type 2 happens. Unstable blood sugar is linked to, so think about that for a second. blood sugar is glucose. You need it, right? So your body goes, ooh, I got sugar, whether it's a donut or a pancake or, eggs and whatever. Eggs are, I guess, okay, but when you mix them with a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on a roll that's made with white flour, the body's all whacked out, right? So, oop, hold on, my coffee's ready. I gotta get my little cup. I need my cup. You guys are gonna see me make my coffee. I'm not usually on the screen when I make it. So now, over time, years, sometimes, over time, that up and down blood spike, your body just goes, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And the insulin stops producing and stops working. It just can't continually, it just burns out, which I guess is the best way to put it. And, that brain fog, the shakiness, the fatigue, and cravings, all those sugar cravings. Now, this is where, good morning, Sarah. This is where I believe there is a lot to be said for how they're talking about. And this is, remember, I am not a doctor. I have not studied nutrition. I have studied food and healing and the connection of food to the body for 40 years. And I've listened to people talk, and I've heard people's diets, and I know all of us that are in our 60s, and I know what's going on in 30-year-olds and 18-year-olds, because I have one, and I see the way they eat. And you can see it over time that now I understand when they say Alzheimer's or any of those cognitive impairments are happening. It's that constant eating sugar, crashing. Your insulin level cannot keep up. It's exhausted. And then the brain fog sets in. And if you don't clear that over time, I understand by the time you're in your 60s and 70s, they call it, what do they call Alzheimer's now? Type 3 diabetes. See, we're on the same page, Kelly. And I think there's a lot to be said for that. I saw it in my father. My father was an engineer, and I've talked about him before, and a physicist, and he worked for the phone company. Thank you for all that love in those grids and in the buildings. And when he retired, he was drinking soda. My mom would laugh. Oh, he drinks a liter of soda every day. Ha ha ha. Well, you know what? After time, hi Mary, good morning. After time, all of a sudden, I think when he was in his late 60s, 69 or something, that sedentary life, that soda drinking, those crashes of spikes of, his diet, that was it. He was done. And he got diabetes. Now, when I got a hold of him, I started cooking in my shop, and I was talking to our vitamin person. I noticed I started cooking for him, and I started making food like this that we're talking about now, got him off of sugar for a little while. And for a little while, it stabilized itself. It really did, but I think the damage was done, right? Like after a while, like you said, you can dramatically change it. I think at some point, yes, your body just says, I can't fix this at this point for certain things, And it's that body, mind, soul connection. You go back to eating the way you do, or you have 1 or 2 days. Hi, Twyla. Hey, Johnny B. So that's where I understand that connection now. Can I reset my goal? All right, let me try. It's a lot of work, sister. All right, how do you do that? I remember I did that the other day. Let me see if I can do it again. Hold on. It requires some work. And I think I need glasses for this one. Okay. No. Oh God, I don't know how to do it. Oh, here we go. Live gifts. All right, I'm resetting the goal. What should we do? Oh, let's do hand hearts. Those are fun. Should we set hand hearts? Let's do, I didn't mean to do that. All right, hold on, let me see. I don't know what I just did. Oh, I wrote 29 hand hearts. Sorry. That's not what I wanted to do, but I don't know if I can change it now. So we'll just have to deal. Hey, Debbie, how are you? All right, let's see. Thank you for stars. Those are so cool. All right, that's good. All right, thank you. So diabetes and insulin resistance. Let's talk about that. So the insulin is normally acts as that key, right? It unlocks, thank you. It unlocks it's the key that unlocks the cells to allow glucose to enter for energy. So with insulin resistance, the body stops responding to insulin properly. And that's how it leads to high blood sugar levels, which I was talking about. Hey, Chef Asa. So this leads to weight gain, the fatigue, the brain fog, and the type 2 diabetes. Now, here's common causes. This is what I wanted to chat with you about. Common causes of insulin resistance. It makes it easy. How do we get there? Processed foods, right? This is everything we've been talking about for the last, since September 22nd. Processed foods, so refined sugars, white flours, fried foods, right? The standard American diet does not support, good insulin production. It's just the way it goes. Thank you for my love. So so sugary drinks, soda, juices, sweetened coffee, we have become a generation of latte drinking and, the next big, sugary, whatever that, what did we just do on Monday? St. Patrick's Day with the green drinks, with the food dyes and all of that. Lady J, I agree. I think those diets are good, but I really believe the keto diet and the paleo diet, I am not those diet people. I think long-term they cannot work. That is my opinion. I have no professional opinion from the point of view of nutritionist, registered dietitian, doctor. I am a chef of whole organic foods. And I see the people every day walking in and out of my building. And I really don't think that that's a sustainable diet. You still have to eat some grains. You need them. And I eating too frequently. This is my thing. I was always thinking, oh, you could graze, and especially that I'm a chef, I taste and I teach my crew. You got to taste everything because you got to put it out. Thank you for my roses. Only if you can cook, it is sustainable. Oh, come on now. You could cook. You're with me. I'm going to teach you how to cook. My dear, could you please suggest me something because my daughter's immunity is very weak. She gets so... Yes, give me a little bit of time, Slife. Quick cold, fever, immunity. Please tell something for immunity. Can you do me a favor if you go on the Book of Face? Oh, good, you can cook, okay. Oh, you're saying if somebody can't cook. Well, we got to get them in here so they can learn how easy it is. And you're going to see, we're going to cook grains today. And I think we should do, maybe on a Sunday when I'm not at work, or maybe a whole Sunday, we'll do like a prepped sort of like, what does it look like to prep? Thank you for my hearts. It's sort of what it looks like to prep, 4 or 5 days of food. Less processed, the better. Of course, Kelly, that is my whole being. My best is when I eat cooked vegetables and a good source of bone broth, for sure. There's a great recipe on my Book of Face for bone broth. It's wonderful. Good morning, Classy. Good morning. We were talking about you last night. In a very good, loving way. We voted you, or I voted you my sticker teacher. I need to pick your brain. Oh, yes, you do. You see my mushroom coffee. What can I do for severe congestion? Mullein tea. We have to stay focused on diabetes and this kind of stuff. But keep in mind, XO, in the Facebook page, there's Jess, if you didn't get in, you probably didn't give me your email. Just do it again. The Organic Food Movement, do it again, and I will get you in there. But just put your email. I don't use it, so don't worry. All right, so chronic stress. Think about that. chronic stress, sometimes I eat cheese. My favorite cheeses are goat and feta. But that's it. I can't do a lot of cheese. Poor sleep. Eating too frequently. Oh, that's what we were on. Eating too frequently. I used to always think, oh, you could graze. Like, I don't eat a meal. And now I've gone back to eating meals because I feel better. I feel my blood sugar sort of settling in. Honey goat cheese is my fave. Oh, I've just brought into the store like a hot honey goat cheese. I personally did not like that. Yeah, that's it. My book of face. I have to call it book of face. You can call it the right name. So these are common causes of insulin resistance. Poor sleep increases sugar cravings and insulin resistance. I didn't know that. I thought that was very interesting. That's what we're doing today, Dora. We're talking all about blood sugar. So common causes of insulin resistance: processed foods, sugary drinks, eating too frequently. So constant snacking causes constant insulin spikes. Had no idea. No idea. Hi, Teresa. So think about that. Even just eating an apple, your blood sugar's gonna bump, right? So you eat an apple, and then 20 minutes later, maybe you eat some nuts, or potato chips are the worst, right? I know, right, Bridge? I was a little shocked. And then and maybe you only got 5 hours of sleep and it wasn't enough. And then you're stressed out because you're late for work. And then you go grab, you go through the drive-thru and you get your sugary coffee, and it sounds like menopause symptoms, right? It's so true. But think about all of these things that we're doing. It makes a lot of sense that our insulin production, the key goes, listen, I got to throw this key away because I can't keep doing this. And it gives up. It can't keep up. Those of us that understand all of these things, that chronic stress raises cortisol. So that increases your blood sugar. And then lack of exercise, right? Then you're so exhausted, you flop on the couch after work. And before you eat dinner, and instead of maybe walking on a treadmill, type 1 or type 2, Joni, this is really steam in a shower with eucalyptus. I know what you're talking about for congestion. That's great. Had no idea potato chips were the worst. I think potato chips are the worst. Think about it. They're fried. So it meets all the criteria, right? Think about it. It meets like four things. Processed food, right? It's a potato, a white potato, what's ever left of that white potato, right? So it's completely processed, and it's fried, and it's a snack that's has really zero nutritional value, full of seed oil, and then we eat it, and it spikes our blood sugar. Isn't that crazy? Takes pills, whichever one that is. So I'm sure that's type 2. I think that's type 2. Camille, I think you're better off, and I get it. Believe me, I'm not judging. So true, especially when you're always on the run, right? Yeah, so now it makes sense how we all are suffering from insulin resistance. Tostitos with hummus. We're going to talk about later. We just got these in our shop, and we're going to talk about this. This is one. Thank you, Bridge. This is going to be a snack, and I'm going to perfect a recipe for you guys because these are a little pricey. But these seed crackers, everything sprouted crisps, they're freaking delicious. And one of our snacks today that I'm going to show you is hummus with seed crackers and some hemp seed on them. Metformin. Yes. But I will tell you, it's a very old drug, which I don't know why, but I like the older drugs. I see them in my 86-year-old mom. Morning, morning, Bridget. I like them better. I don't know about the new generation of drugs. I was on that, but I had to stop because it gave me severe back pain. Interesting. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. I'm thinking, and I like tortilla chips, and I will eat potato chips from time to time, but they really are no good. There was a recall on metformin. Ooh, looks like Mary's gone organic crackers. Those are good too. Yeah, those are good, but these are better. Dana, I like these better. And I forget, is Mary's certified organic? I forget, but we're gonna eventually make our own seed crackers because I think these are fabulous. They really are good. And I think they have like 6 grams of protein. Let's see. Yep, 6 grams of protein. They have golden flax, sunflower seeds, sesame, black sesame, chia, pumpkin, almonds, minced onion, pink salt, thank you for my heart, and garlic. I mean, they're delicious. Where can you get them? So we are selling them in our health food store right now. I'll see if I can put them on my book of, if you go to my raw grains like that are also lower glycemic level. Exactly. And the fiber in these is amazing, right? So they have 13 grams of fat, but omega-3s and omega-6 and omega-9s. Total carbs are 8 grams and the fiber is 5 grams. So what is that, like a net carb of 3 or something crazy? I think that's how it works, right? All right, so how do we reverse insulin resistance naturally? I think it's difficult, but not impossible. What's the name of them? They're called Foods Alive, and there's a whole group of them. Yeah, my Kitchen Essentials page has a lot of equipment, vitamins, everything we talk about, I try and post there. Bobola, I don't really, I have my actual store, the brick and mortar, is in Connecticut. Okay, so focus on whole foods with fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Reduce processed carbs and sugar foods, right? And consider, let's do that last. Get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, very important. Exercise, walking. I mean, walking right now is all the rage, but I have to tell you, when I ever lose weight, and I used to weight train, which I love and do very minimal right now, but with weights and walking is the way that I felt the best. Running, jumping, skipping, that's just too much. Especially now that I'm 60, I don't even want to do that. But walking is really, to me, the best. And now there's all these walking apps. Everybody's talking about walking. So I agree with that. And then the last thing, what I saw in my research which I was a little bit surprised, and I looked it up in several different places, was intermittent fasting, which I know all of us have tried a little bit of. And I find that I feel good when I intermittent fast, and I think that speaks to the thing that all that conversation that we were having in the beginning of this conversation about, not grazing, but eating actual meals. I think that it's very good. Stationary bike, vibration machines, treadmills for our age works. Yeah, I think those are good. It works for me. How many hours do you fast? So that was the next conversation. Hey, good morning, Tyler. That's the next conversation. And I looked this up and I kind of, was working, and I looked this up in a couple of different places. So a lot of people go, you gotta do 16 and an 8-hour food window. I think, and what I saw and what my intuition says about all of this, is I think that's too much for people with insulin resistance and diabetics, and you have to figure that out on your own. But I think that it's the 14 10-hour window that looked to me, when I was reading this and sort of typing everything out, it felt the most comfortable. Thank you. Yes, thank you for those hearts. I love that. Thank you. I love that you give me hand hearts. So, and I'll tell you why. I think, and what I was reading is that, so say you're a type 2 diabetic and you go to that 16-8, there were several warnings of the research saying Yes, fasting does reverse insulin resistance, but if you're a type 2 diabetic and you're doing that, my mods are here this morning and they will post for you where we are. Every place that I researched said that if you go to that 14.8, it could produce hypoglycemia. So if we were here to balance all of that together, I would say start with that, 14 and 10 hour fasting window and see how you feel. You might even try and do, 12 and 12 just to see how you feel and how your body, because I definitely think, thank you, June, I definitely think that those, you got to be careful, right? You don't want to do the all or nothing. That all or nothing never really works. See, grazing is to stabilize sugar all day. So Kelly, again, see how we all have a different take on this. So do those hours count? Yes, Jess, the hours of you sleeping have to count. You can't possibly do it. When you fast means 12 hours without eating. I believe so. But so if you think about it this way, and when you get this, when I post this, I actually gave you a 1 day, and maybe with the meal plan for this particular plan, if you want to, and you guys tell me, because on this, I'm gonna put together a 7-day meal plan for you to try. And what I'm gonna do, so today we're gonna do 1 day of meals, like 2 snacks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 little snacks, and I will time it for you. Like, how does it look by timing? Thank you for all that love and all the hearts. I love you guys. And 100,000 likes. I mean, we're gonna rock this. How do I get your meal plan? Dor, you're going to join the Book of Face. Make sure you put your email in, and then and then it's gonna get posted. Usually by Saturday I get this posted. It might come sooner. Will we get these recipes from today in the email for the subs? Joni, this is not sub only. This is all goes in the Book of Face. And yeah, the subscriber stuff I'm gonna try and do today. I need to rest a little. I haven't been resting enough and I can feel it. Remember, I don't think you guys know, but I have been trying to clear. I had 3 Lyme infections. I have 2 cleared. I have 1 more that's very stubborn and it's driving me insane. Plus, I've had Epstein-Barr for years, and I think during the, when we all had to stay home, it sort of exasperated that. So I actually think I need a tiny bit more rest. So I'm going to try and get it done today, but I have to rest. I feel my body is telling me, rest. Well, for Lyme, I'm using an herbal thing. I don't think I could probably show you guys, because you can get it, but it's herbal, and it's, I've also done the I word, the one that everybody was so against. I actually use that and love it. But, you guys can write it. Oh, no, don't write it in the chat, because I know they'll pick it up. No, I'm getting there. I just feel bad, Joni, when anybody asks me, because I don't want you to have to wait, because I know the information is long time ago, but they say it never leaves fully. Yeah, it's a parasite. So you have a book out? Yes, I have my cookbook. Do you guys want to see it? I can go run and get it. It's on. Yes, it's there. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so let's go. The power of whole foods for blood sugar control. So this is where I'm all about. It's so difficult. Yes, I'm susceptible to a lot, but my immune system is extremely strong, and I don't get sick that often. So, what do you think about having a big lunch every day and nothing else? I don't know, Don. You have to. That doesn't work for my body, but I will tell you, like, I eat all day in terms because I'm tasting what I have to cook. I make my crew do the same because it has to be good. What's the name of the book? Love by the Ladle. So you have to do what's good for your body, but like I won't eat at night, especially like, on Monday nights when I do the subscriber class. Yeah, listen to your body for cues. Exactly. If you're hungry, eat, but I had a tick on my spine a few years ago, and since then I have autoimmune disease. So have you been tested? There's a really good, you have to find a functional medicine doctor. We should do Lyme. Maybe in a couple of weeks we'll do the Lyme thing. I can. Do you want me to go give me 1 second, I'll get the book. And then we're going to cook, because it's time to cook. I don't know where the book is. Guys, I don't know where I put the book. So I can't show you right now. I don't know where it went. I'll look for it in a little bit. I feel bad. I don't want to leave the screen. I don't know where the book went. I don't know where it went. Sorry. Maybe next time. I need to test for what? Oh, Lyme. There's a test. It's really expensive test, but they send it, I don't know, to some big place, and you get it, and that's where I realized, I had 3. It was very easy. One of them I cleared on my own. I know, right? That's what I thought. I'll put all times in the background. Oh, I can do that? All right, hold on. Let me look one more time. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. You guys are so cute. It's probably right under my nose, and I don't know where I put it. I thought I brought it out here so that I had it this morning. Oh wait, maybe I did. Don't have it, don't know where it is, and I don't want to slow our live down, so I don't know where I put it. I have no idea. Maybe my husband's reading it. Okay, so here's what I said. So what foods stabilize blood sugar and what to avoid, right? So again, we're back to our 20 favorite foods. Where can I buy the book? Can you say the name slowly? Love by the Ladle. It's prepared in Chef Liz's kitchen. It's really easy to find. If you put Love by the Ladle, and it's like a dark cover, and it has me holding a bowl of chicken soup. It's really sweet, and I don't know where that I put it. That's so funny. I don't know where I put it. All right, so the ideal blood sugar friendly plate is that each meal should contain, and this is really important, very important. Every meal that you eat should contain fiber, healthy fats, and protein. What that does is it slows down your blood sugar absorption. So you really, plumbers have bad pipes, chefs lose their cookbooks. You're funny. So for proteins, right? Wild caught fish, pasture raised eggs, organic chicken, lentils, tofu, tempeh, the best, right? A super upsetting cookbook. That's weird. What does that mean? All right, and then healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, coconut oil, nuts, seeds, grass-fed butter. Really good. Fiber-rich carbs, leafy greens, berries, quinoa, sweet potatoes, chickpeas, flax seeds, chia seeds. Awesome. Yep, you can have a sweet potato, why not? They're very good. And remember, if you eat those, I know all this food is the best, right? It's all the foods that we talk about when, yes, these are cool books, you know that. I'm not sure the message you're sending me, but we'll figure it out. Okay, and then herbs and spices that support blood sugar are cinnamon, which boosts your insulin sensitivity, turmeric, reduces inflammation, and then apple cider vinegar lowers post-meal blood sugar spikes. Now, I am not a proponent of apple cider vinegar drinking. It doesn't work for me, and I don't really ever talk about it, but people who do it love it, and that's fine. If you do it and you love it, I know, Mary, I do bake my sweet potatoes though and roast them. I like them that way. And then, and then foods to avoid. We all know this, but let's chat about them for a minute. Thanks for my hearts. Processed sugars, soda, pastry, candy, white flour, bread, pasta, crackers, anything that's, baked. High fructose corn syrup, it's found in pretty much every processed snack. Seed oils, canola, soybeans, sunflower, those cause inflammation, right? So again, we're back to choosing whole, unprocessed foods keeps blood sugar stable, right? And that's where we go. All right, let's see. What's going on? Is there a snotty person here today? You can move on if you're not happy here. Just leave. It's all right. We don't need you here. We're all happy here. If you like to be mean, what's up with these weirdos today? Oh, I can't get it. It's Love by the Ladle. Is that right? Sorry. Yeah, that's it. Hi, Bonita. Nice to see you. How about sourdough bread? Hi, Snoopy. Mods, do your thing. Yeah, you're in the wrong place for that, Danielle. I can't see whoever Danielle is. I can't see what she's up to. But Danielle, you can leave. It's all right. We don't like you either. I got her for now. Okay. Hi, Adrenaline Junkie. All right, so we're talking about blood sugar. Okay, so intermittent fasting. How does it work? I want to just talk about this for 1 minute so we understand. It's easy on Amazon. Just ordered it. It arrives Sunday. Thank you, Jesse. Fasting allows insulin levels to drop, so it improves insulin sensitivity. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for my heart. Then studies show intermittent fasting can reduce that HbA1c, which is a measure of blood sugar, and it promotes weight loss. So there's two popular ones that people do, that 14-10 and the 16-8. And that means you're fasting for 14 hours and then you have a window of 10 hours to eat. See, Rachel, that's what we're talking about. So 16-8, 16-hour fast with an 8-hour window, that's more advanced. I don't know. That doesn't speak to me. I think people can just do fine with 14-10, especially if you have type 2 diabetes. You don't want to create hypoglycemia, right? You don't want that. So I'm promoting, if you want to try the fasting thing, to do the 14-10. Then you drop weight, your H1C goes down, you want to get crazy and go to the 16-8, go for it. But I would say if you're going to do it, and then if you really, it's too much, start with 12 and 12. Who cares? Start slow and build. It is not an all or nothing race. It's how do we change our life? Well, Lori, if you've been with me a really long time, the only cinnamon that counts is Vietnamese cinnamon. It's like Christmas in a cup. All right, so who should be cautious about intermittent fasting? Those on insulin or blood sugar lowering meds, and those prone to hypoglycemia. So remember, I am not a doctor, I am not a registered dietitian, nor am I a what's the other one? Nutritionist. I've been working food and healing and organic whole foods for 40 years, and this is my background. Thank you for all those hearts. And this is what I promote. So if you decide to do these things, you need to go to your endocrinologist, doctor, and say, hey, take them all of my information, bring it to them, print it out. You're going to have, this is without your 7-day meal plan. You're going to have, 10 pages. So you'll probably have 15 or 20 pages when I'm all done. And you will take it to your endocrinologist and say, read this, this is what I'm gonna do, and get their blessing, and do it from there. Because I have to put that disclaimer out for you guys. I can tell you what's worked for me, my family, and myself, but I cannot, say, do this because you will get this. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Dor. Thank you, Dor. Okay, so what's the last thing we want to say? Okay, so those so you got it, right? And then I love that we got all these new members of the team. It's so awesome. So let's see, time, 14 hour. Okay, so a 14-hour fasting, great option for those transitioning into intermittent fasting. And this is by no means like a commercial for intermittent fasting. What I noticed when I was doing research, this came up a lot, and it would be silly for me not to share. It was sort of across the board in all of the research that I was doing, how study after study was saying this helps sort of correct the insulin resistance. I didn't know, honestly. I would not have thought to bring it up till I saw that. All right, so let's get cooking. You guys ready? So what I decided to do was create for you based on how I was looking at this, and I don't know how you could possibly eat all the food that we're gonna make today in one day. It's a lot of food because it's nutrient dense. And I thank you for all those hearts. Oh, one more thing, because I drink my coffee. Antenna's going up. Oh, whatever. Be nice. You seem mean. Let's see, why a high protein rich dinner ensures a slow release of glucose overnight. It prevents sugar crashing while you're sleeping. So you really want to do high protein and fiber rich. Thank you. It's Nicholas Moss Pottery from Ireland. I freaking love it. Check out her page. Oh, thank you, Renee. She does need a hug. We just had to give her like lots of love. All right, so let me talk about that. I'm actually going to talk about that. Hydration and supplements during fasting windows, right? So if you wake up in the morning, if you're doing that 14 sort of 10, the idea is that you're fasting from 10 a.m. to 8. You're eating from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8, 9, 10, 11. That gives you 3 hours. Now, if you get up, thank you. If you get up earlier, like I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I know, I love this. Thank you. It's just the right amount. It gives me a lot of mushroom coffee. Well, sunflower, the problem is, and this is what they know, if we block them, it slows down the algorithm. So you kind of have to move them out and get rid of them and give them love vibes so they move out and their negativity can't sit. We need a commercial break about coffee. Okay, Renee, commercial break about coffee. Let me get my bags. So this is what I put in my coffee. So it doesn't work if you're going to intermittent fast. So what I realized, all right, here's my coffee. So I use Rise Organic Coffee, and this is in my TikTok shop that, believe it or not, I have had a TikTok shop and have been on live, I don't even know how many hours, and I sell nothing on my shop, nor my kitchen essentials page. I rarely sell anything because I forget about it all the time. Thank you, Sunflower. So this is Rise Coffee. It's certified organic. It has a ton of mushrooms in it. It has cordyceps for energy, reishi for stress relief, lion's mane focus, shiitake immune support, turkey tail, healthy digestion, and king trumpet fights oxidative stress, which is very important. It's in the TikTok shop, or if you go to my website, you can buy it through the Kitchen Essentials. Bridge, I'm 61 this summer. I have zero pain in my body. I do have some tears in my rotator cuff, but I think that's from years of lifting, 20 quart pots and flipping soups and doing that. If you had acid reflux, Snickers, you have to get rid of that acid reflux, and there's a ton of information about that on my Book of Face. You got to figure out, do some food research and figure it out. And while you're figuring it out, you should be drinking some aloe, because that will kind of cool it and calm it. Don't be doing the Tums thing. That's so bad for you. So now I mix that with Laird Super Creamer. Now this is a coconut creamer, and it has coconut milk powder, coconut sugar, and seaweed derived calcium. I love this. And it has 1 gram of sugar in a teaspoon. So when I make my mix, it's just about that. Well, maybe you should drink aloe and you'd feel better. Aloe. The same name to find her. Oh, thank you. Deborah Davis, okay, off topic, but do you know of anything that can help with gallstones and gallbladder pain? We need screenshots. Okay. So this I also add, and I think this is why, the only chemical I put on my body is hair dye, but my hair, I've mixed this in with my coffee every day, and I really believe my skin and everything, and my hair, my skin, everything has gotten so much better with the Chuvani. I like Chuvani. I do. And I don't get paid for any of this stuff. None of these, if you buy it through me, I get like pennies, but whatever. Thank you. All right. And then, so I mix these 3 together, and I get this in here. And I drink maybe 2 cups. That's about it for the day. Sometimes I drink a third if I'm catering. But I use olive oil and lemon and was able to pass stones. Chef, I've done that cleanse, and it's fabulous. I've also done it with like a coffee enema years ago, and it's fabulous. I can't recommend something like that for someone when I don't know all of the history. So I don't usually say it. Bridge, this gives me energy. It doesn't make me jittery. I have not been sick or feeling ill or anything for a long time. Matcha's fabulous. Not a fan of the flavor, but it's good. Yeah, high fat foods. Yeah. You can, if you email me, I'm just really behind in those, in doing meal plans for people. I have three or four more that have been waiting since January, but if you email me at Chef Liz at the Organic Food Movement, I will help you. It just takes me some time. You have to be patient with me because I promise a lot, and I like to under-promise and over-deliver, and right now I'm like on the seesaw of that. So it takes a little time. So let's talk about food. Let's cook. You want to cook? I'm in the mood to cook. So that's the coffee. Was there anything else we had to talk about before we move on to cooking some food? No, we want to cook. Okay, great. So, there was one more thing. We just have to talk about hydration and supplements. So in that fasting window, when you're fasting, right? So at night before you go to bed, I think 8 p.m., I would move that 1 hour back. For me, I would stop eating at 7 because I want to be in bed by 9, 7, 8, 9, and asleep by 10. So, you need like 3 hours before you go to sleep. Thank you for my hearts. No, there's no sorry. Do not worry. I'm always derailed, Ruby. Do not worry. I'm always, I think this is the most focused I've been, right, guys? Yeah, again, GSA, we don't know how people, we don't know people's sleep pattern and stuff. So I think whatever works for people, but yes, if we were looking at the body's clock, 6 would be ideal, but that doesn't work for me because I'm not, if I want to go out to dinner with friends or something, it just doesn't work. So I sort of say 7 o'clock for me is my focus of a cutoff, right? So then it would be, so a 10-hour window would be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Yes. Right, busy life, right? So, and it depends. You have to look at what works for you. I think what gets us, and I understand it because I have been in the past an all or nothing person. It's like, oh my God, I gotta be from 6 to this. And then you get panicked, and then then there goes your cortisol level, right? Hold on, I got that silly puzzle piece. Then the cortisol level goes because you're stressed out because you're not getting it right, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, calm down. Yeah, you can't, the perfectionist thing is not going to work. And if there's 29-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds out there, yeah, it's all of us, Snickers. It's all of us. And then we wind up being all messed up and then we give up because we set ourselves up for failure. So I don't like that. And the meal plans that I send people, if you can't do the whole thing, pick one breakfast. Use that breakfast. If you like that breakfast, try another breakfast. Try one lunch, one day, and ease yourself in. You didn't get to this point overnight. You're not going to change it overnight. But with time and every little, it's like with every little thing that you do, you get better and more knowledgeable and you feel better. That is what gets you to the point of saying, oh, this is great. I can do this, and then you want to. Yeah, a little bit every day makes a difference. If you change one meal every day, you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel so good. All right, now, hydration. So herbal teas at night, drink a cup of lemon balm tea. No honey. Remember, don't put anything in it. So if you're in your fasting window, but you want to drink something, it's water, herbal teas that you do put no sweetener in. So like if you make the mushroom coffee the way that I do, you'd have to take the coconut sugar out to drink it in your morning morning window, right? No, honey's not bad. What I'm saying to you is if you're in your fasting window and you want to drink something, you have to drink things that have no added sweetness to it. So, and like you can't drink lemon. I think you could drink lemon in water because it has 0 calories like that lemon juice. But you can't add those flavor packets that have sweeteners. You can't add a creamer to your coffee. You have to drink black coffee or tea with no honey. You could put lemon in it. No honey, things like that. Does that make sense? You can drink coffee, tea, water. You can drink mushroom coffee, but you can't add in monk fruit or coconut sugar creamer or sugar-free stuff. You got to do it black. So herbs are okay. Yes. Ginger tea, okay. Water, herbal tea, green or black teas, coffee, electrolyte water that's unsweetened. Those of you who like the ACV, apple cider vinegar, you could do that. Drinks to avoid during the breaking of your fast or fruit or vegetable juices, because those natural sugars will spike your insulin. Milk or creamer in your coffee, flavor or sweetened teas, and bone broth. Keep that in mind. Yes, you can drink tea during the fasting window, but it must be plain. GSA, thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. All right, so cooking. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to show you one day Where are we? 8:30? Ooh, we're in good shape. All right, I'm going to show you one day. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, let's go through one day and talk about what it looks like and how you're going to eat this meal. And easily to prep. All right, let me move these out of the way. That is so weird that I cannot find the cookbook. So weird. All right. So for the morning, okay, thank you so much. Oh, it's so welcome. You're going to have so much fun. Now, don't forget to email me. Anybody that becomes a subscriber, do not forget to email me at Chef Liz at the Organic Food Movement, because you're going to that's where you get all the, what do you call it? Menus, all from our subscriber night, all the recipes. You can't drink bone broth during the fasting window. It's not one of the liquids you can drink. You have to save that for when you are not fasting. Okay, so here is a blood sugar balancing smoothie. I want to show you this. That is wonderful. Now, remember we talked about the nut milks a few weeks ago, I think it was. Why, oh, why, oh, why? Where did that go? Oh, I think it fell back here. There it is. Okay. If I'm not making nut milk, which I have zero time for, I'm going to make, oh, you're welcome, one feather. I like this. This is 3 Trees organic almond milk, and it's unsweetened with vanilla. It has filtered water, organic almonds, vanilla extract, and a little gray salt. Don't know what that is, but it's a tiny little bit of salt. One day we'll do nut milks, how to make them, because they're super easy, but they take a little work, but they're easy, but they're a little work. But if you're going to use a nut milk, you want to get ones like this. You don't want to get those. I'm over the boxed milks. I can't use them anymore. The gums in those milks are wrecking havoc on my gut. I put lactose-free in my coffee. Is that okay? Lactose-free milk? Yeah, can you get for diabetics and people, they have like have you guys seen the A1 milk yet? Chef Liz at theorganicfoodmovement.com. And I know one of my brain fog. I know one of my mods can post that for us. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you like that, if you like the lactose-free milks, go for it. They're fine. I would assume they're fine. Make sure they don't have any gums in them. Guar gum, psyllium gum. Those gums are not, they're not great. All right, so I want to make a quick, a sort of a quick gum. It's if you look at your milks, a lot of milks these days have all those have all kinds of gums in them. Guar gum, gallum gum, and they are used to make things more smooth, I guess, and not like chunky. They smooth them out. Hi, Angel Eyes. Good morning. It's nice to see you. All right, so hold on. Let me get a scoop, and I'm gonna put some blueberries in here. Now, blueberries are a low glycemic fruit, high in antioxidants. They're a superfood, so you want to use them in your smoothie. They're great, and if you don't like blueberries, it's good to put them in your smoothie because you don't taste them as much, right? Then we're gonna add some milk, almond milk. I'm using almond milk, right? You get some protein. You're getting 4 grams of protein. Oh, I'm gonna shake this up a little bit. You're gonna use about 8 ounces. I know, I love blueberries too. I actually like blueberries more in a smoothie than Califia organic oat milk. I know, I love those too, June. I love them. I love the flavor of all the Califias, but I can't drink them anymore because of those gallum gums, all those gums. I just can't do it. It annoys me to no end, but I just can't do it. But drink them as long as you can because they're really good. Yeah, it gums up the gut. Exactly. Now, remember I was showing you guys when we went to Sprouts? And when I saw it, I was like, oh God, I love this. I want to get it again. This is fabulous. It has, this is a superfood smoothie mix. Tie my hair? Nah, I'm not tying my hair. I have to tie my hair every day at work. I'm not tying my hair in my home. Get over it. Okay, so this is great. It has 12 grams of protein and it has 13 superfoods. It's grain-free, 12 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber. Yep, no gums. Yeah, the milk is good. I was looking at that, period. So it's got sun food, pea protein, hemp, almond protein. I mean, it's fat. This is a great product. And it's certified organic, gluten-free. It's just, it clicks all the buttons. So you're gonna use a 1/4 cup of this. If you don't wanna use that much, you don't have to, but if you wanna make it last, you know, a good healthy tablespoon works also. But it's very good. It's a superfood. You're getting a ton of good stuff. And then I like the Chuvani plant-based protein. Certified organic, non-GMO. It's got 20 grams of protein in a scoop. Do I have the scoop in here? Come on, open up. Yep. So 25 grams of protein. I mean, you're getting, this is a great way to start to break a fast, right? You have a low glycemic fruit in there. It's not gonna spike your blood sugar. We're gonna add a little bit more almond milk to this. I mean, this is unbelievable. Now watch what else we're gonna add to this. We're gonna add chia for fiber and omega-3s. I mean, and then you can, I'm not gonna add it because I'm not a fan, but you can also add almond butter to this. Yeah, it's great. Idaho, if you can't, I mean, it's everywhere now, but I could post it. I have the collagen, Chuvani collagen. Oh, good. Yeah, always watch for those gums. You'll be surprised how much is in there. And if you guys are having gut issues, go check all your labels and you will be shocked how many products now have gums in them. It's ridiculous. All right, now, we're also gonna put some cinnamon in here. If you don't like cinnamon, again, you can leave it out. But what's nice about the cinnamon is, I am a gut. Yeah, if your gut's messed up, check your labels. And if you have gut issues, just stay away from them for a while and you'll see. So I'm adding a little bit of cinnamon. It's gonna be like a blueberry pie, right? And then I would put in, so I put in my plant-based protein powder. Thank you for all my love. Any advice for someone with leukemia, CLL, foods to eat or drink? We did sort of a like support the big, you know, that C word last week, maybe? No, the week before. So if you go in my book of face, there's a bunch of information in there. How do you know if you have gut issues? If you have gut issues, you know. You know. Everything hurts. You're constantly feeling sick. You don't, you know, your gut is constantly bloated, uncomfortable. Like you just know you have gut issues. Thank you for my heart. Okay, so now I'm just gonna give that a quick mix so the milk gets all around and it doesn't stick. And then I love this little machine. And I think I have this on one of my, you know, it's either through my website or on the TikTok shop. But I love this little machine. And this is the way you're gonna break a fast and you're gonna feel so good when you drink this. It's packed with protein. And just keep in mind that, I know this is gonna look funny, but I love these stupid metal straws. We just hit 50,000 likes. You guys are awesome. All right, we got 50,000 more to go. All right, here we go. Now, if you like almond butter, it just adds more protein to the mix. Oh, look, my blueberries stayed at the bottom. That's weird. I've never seen that happen before. Wow. Hold on, let me see if we can fix that. Oh, because they were so cold? That's so funny. All right, pause, please. How many blueberries did you put in? I put in about a half a cup. All right, let's try that again. All right, take 2. Let's see if we can get those blueberries mixed in here. Okay, they went to the bottom. I know, it looks delicious. Really, this is so good. It makes them taste so good. Still sore? You mean your stomach sore? Okay, let's see now. Oh yeah, now it's rich. Can you see it? Oh my God, this is gonna be so good. Now, the only thing I didn't add to this is the almond butter because I don't know, I'm not a nut butter in my protein drink fan. I'm just not. I think I'm gonna drink this. What time is it? Okay. Can you screenshot that? Of course you can. This company, you could add yogurt. I don't want yogurt. I can't do the dairy. I save my dairy eating for my goat cheese and feta cheese. Marine and Chuvani. This collagen is, let's see. I forget, I've read this before. This is the collagen peptides made from one ingredient sourced from trusted farms in Argentina. And it's definitely not vegan for sure, right? Because you need collagen from animal bone. But you can get marine collagen. Why are your joints sore? Do you have an autoimmune issue? You know, Michelle, we should do gut healing. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be the same thing that we do every day. I think collagen's great for you, especially if you're, in the menopause chunk. I had everything on your website. Oh, you'd order everything on the website? Most everything that the hard to get ingredients, I'll get the sun food up there. Yeah, magnesium, that'll help. I'll get the Truvani and the magnesium up there and these crackers sometime today. But yeah, we can do gut healing. We can totally do gut healing. Okay, so suppose you break your fast at like 9 or 10 o'clock. This is how you're going to start your day. And believe it or not, like some people go, how am I going to be filled with this? But thank you, June. Thank you so much for all that love. All right, now we have to get cooking. So a couple of things I'm going to start with, because we're going to need them for cooking in a few minutes, is I'm going to do some quinoa, which we've done 100 times, and it always shows up, and we can't get rid of it, so you're going to have to learn to love it. But we're going to make some quinoa, and we're going to use it. Of course, I don't have a measuring cup. How do I not have a measuring cup? Oh, here's one. Okay. Hold, please. Let me just rinse that out. So we're gonna make quinoa. Here we go. So this is a cup of quinoa because I don't need a lot. But if you were gonna make this, you could make like, everything doubles, right? When you cook grains. And I mixed red and white quinoa together, which is fun. So it's 1 cup. And the only reason why I mixed them together is so that I had enough. So it's 2 cups of water or stock to 1 cup of grain. Thank you for all that love. Right? And then we're going to add a little bit of our favorite salt, our real salt. It's about a teaspoon of salt in here. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for the perfume, all those fun things. All right, so I'm just stirring it up, right? And it's my favorite salt. It's the only salt I use. You guys all know that. All right, so we're gonna put that in. This is the salt for any of you, and this is all over both of my pages, the TikTok shop and the and my website, Kitchen Essentials page, which leads you to the place we all shop. That sounds like that's named after a river. Oh, that's so funny. You don't have to search any recipes for quinoa, because if you join the Book of Face, you're gonna find a bunch of quinoa recipes. So this is, I just mixed my red and white quinoa together, so I didn't have to use 2 different containers. You don't have to do that. They're both the same, the property's the same, the flavor's the same. Sometimes the red quinoa takes a little longer to cook, but not enough to make a difference. And then I wanna roast our jewel yam. Now, I wanna talk about this for a second. Who's sending our last hand heart? You rock. You guys are awesome. Okay, so this is what they call a jewel yam. I love these potatoes. They're sweet, delicious. They're only certified organic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. Now, the only thing with this is, because we added chia to this, it's gonna get thick very fast. So you can't like make it and wait. No, my cookbook is called Love by the Ladle, and it's a soup cookbook. Do I see it over there? I cannot believe I can't find that book. And, oh, set a new one. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I'll set a new one. What should we do? Hold, please. Hold, please. All right. Let me see. So, you know, when you drink that shake, make sure, and if you want to leave out the chia seeds so it doesn't get all thick and weird to eat, you can do that too. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can set a new gift goal. This is so fun. All right, let's see. What do we got? Oh, let's do something shamrocky. Can you do a shamrock for the March holiday here? Oh, here's a little shamrock. That's so fun. All right, how many shamrocks should we do? Set as a goal. Oh my God, it says 591. That's kind of funny. All right, hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, here's the number. All right, let's do like 50. There you go. Confirm. All right, have at it, friends. All right, there we go. Let me just turn this. Okay. Can you guys see what's going on? No, it's too high up. All right, so for our sweet potato, oh, thank you for the rose. Good morning, Cuddlebug. All right, so now I like to mash these, or, you know, like mash them with a little bit of butter or coconut oil. And today we're gonna roast it. So I'm gonna peel it, but most of the time I like to keep the peel, because that's, you know, there's a ton of nutrients in there, and you want those nutrients. But we're gonna take the skin off and kind of roast this today. Now you can leave the skin on. Good morning, Mystical Blue Eyes, and we'll leave some of this on. Oh, I found something for you, Mystical Blue Eyes, that I'm working on, so that you can. I'm gonna try and increase the size of the lettering for you for everything so that you can see it. And we're also working on, what is that? This is a jewel yam. And what I was gonna say about this is, you cannot, thank you, June, you cannot, I go to Stop and Shop, or, you know, a big box store, and I never find, even in there, when I look for jewel yams or a sweet potato, I can't find anything good. Even if it's certified organic, I'm not a fan. So I was in Sprouts, and the first thing I did was check out sweet potatoes when I was there, when I went, and we didn't get to produce when we did our little shopping, but I was like, okay, here they have decent ones. So if you have a Sprouts near you, I liked theirs, and they were so much better than what I see out there. So we're just gonna chop this up in chunks, And here's something I want to show you. Now, usually I use olive oil, but I want to do this. I want you to try this. Now, if you don't like coconut, don't do it. But if you're a coconut fan, I want you to use some coconut oil with this. Because I personally love the flavor of coconut and sweet potato. I don't know why, I just do. And it's very delicious. But if you don't like that, just use olive oil. It's okay. But I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna roast these very simply with a little coconut oil. Now, if it bothers you to kind of mash this in, you could melt it. I never tried it, but I'm gonna try now. I roast sweet potatoes in coconut oil and it comes out so good. I know. I don't know why, but the flavor, maybe it's, you know what I do notice? When I work with coconut, to add a little like coconut sugar to something, maple sugar, coconut, or even sugar, I notice like when I make a Thai dish, I'm gonna roast these in my Cuisinart oven that I love, my little toaster oven. I know June will tell you also. She bought one too, and this is on my kitchen essentials page because it's a little pricey, but if you need a toaster oven, it's everything. It's toaster, convection. It's back here. Can you guys see it? It's toaster, convection, air fryer. It's so good. I love it. I rarely turn my oven on because it's just my husband and I now. My daughter's away at school. So I rarely use oh, you have that too? Isn't it the best? Oh my God, I love it so much. Yes, coconut oil. So if you look, Mary, if you go to my Book of Face, we did a whole like coconut oil and coconut thing, and yet, I've never owned a microwave. I have never owned a microwave, ever. And the glassy one, yeah, they're just so great. Okay, so I'm just kind of with my hands, the oil's getting, kind of thinned out, and it will just go on our potato with salt. I mean, it just adds that extra flavor, and you're getting a superfood and a great oil for your body. It's just, I mean, you can't go wrong. All right, so we're gonna roast these. And what's nice, this thing cooks so fast, it has convection. So I put it on like 375 in convection for like 15 minutes and the potatoes are done. So I'm just getting some of the stuff that needs to be cooked, and then we're gonna move on to do recipes. Okay, so let's look at this. So we break our fast at 10, say, or 9 in the morning, right? Hi, JC. And then around 12:30, you're gonna have a mid-morning snack. Now, I don't have time. Yeah, you could put cinnamon. You could put cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, any of those things or all of them will totally work. Totally work. So, you can add that. I'm not adding that today just because I have it in other places. But if you want to add that, it totally makes sense to do it. Again, remember, I'm giving you like base things, and you just go have fun. Just go have fun. Try all different flavors. You could even add a little curry to that with ginger and turmeric and a curry powder, red curry paste. Does it have to be fresh ginger or dry is okay? Dry is fine. However, I always promote using organic spices because non-organic spices are all irradiated. This coconut jar is a virgin coconut oil by Spectrum Natural, which has been around forever. They do oils and stuff. Bye, Sunflower. We'll catch you at the next live. Friday morning, I'm cooking fish. All right, so now let's look I want to make a plate. I brought home some hummus from my shop. A lot of rosemary, that's awesome. You know, you can infuse a rosemary in like a green tea and use it in your hair. I used to do that all the time. I should go back to it. Like a hair rinse. Okay, I'm using hummus from my shop because I just don't have time to make hummus today for you guys. But if you need me to make hummus one day, I will do it. We can do hummus one day. Oh, I'm thinking we'll do a dips and spreads class. Maybe we'll do that for one of our sub-only classes, and I'll do all kinds of dips and spreads, and I'll show you those. What do you think? What's the name of my shop? Somebody post that, please. All right, so now I'm gonna do this. I'm not taking all the skin off because I believe the skin of fruits and vegetables have a ton of nutrients. I just wash it well, and I'm using organic. I wouldn't necessarily do this with non-organic because honestly, I don't trust it. I don't trust what they're putting on, and now they're putting a peel on everything, and it's just not good. Okay, so now, remember, this is a snack. Now, you could make this ahead of time. Bean dip. Oh, yeah, we have a white bean and garlic spread in the shop. That's fabulous also. All right, so now this is cooked, and it's got little holes forming. Oh, we need a little bit more. Hold on, I'm going to show you the little holes that are forming, and I'll show you what we do when it gets to that point. All right. Now, I'm going to add our hummus. And you're going to eat about 2 tablespoons. You don't need a lot. And this is a great snack. If you don't like hummus, you could do a white bean. You could do, the cannellini bean. As long as there's no sugar in your dips. You want to eat something with no sugar. And then, can you see this? I'm cutting the cucumber on the bias so I get a nice big wedge, because this is going to be what we do to dip and spread, right? So how I do that is I take if you can see now, I'm left-handed, but, pickled vegetables are the best. We could add kimchi to this. I did a whole class on kimchi. Did anybody make that kimchi that we made? I've been living off of it. I love it. I still have some left. But look at this beautiful snack. Now, we're not done yet. But, for me, doesn't this look better? I'm left-handed. Oh, that's awesome, gal. Now, my cuts will be better. And we're not done yet. So now we're going to add to this a tablespoon of hemp seed. Why are we adding hemp seed? Well, it has 1 gram of sugar, 1 gram of carbs, and dietary fiber of 1. And the protein in 3 tablespoons, are you ready, is 10 grams. That's unbelievable, right? So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of hemp. And I like it. I think it has a nice, nutty, yummy flavor. It's sort of like flax. Are you ever at your shop? I'd love to meet you. I know. I am always at my shop. Look at that. That's a tablespoon of hemp. So you're getting 3, 6, 9, 3.5, 3 1/4 tablespoons, 3 1/3. Look how pretty that is. You could chop a little roasted red pepper on top of that if you wanted. But isn't that pretty? So this is your snack. So around, 10, 11, 12, like 2.5 hours after you break your fast, now you're having some hummus. So pretty. Okay, so that's our second thing we're doing, right? We have our shake. I mean, already, don't you feel better? Already. Yes, this is my own hummus. This is my own hummus from my shop. And I don't even use oil in this, believe it or not. And lime, yes. You go to my store? Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, you have to come and visit me. You have to DM me what your name is, but yes. All right, you're meeting Chef Liz. But isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty. All right, next. So now you have your first 2 meals. Look how better you feel already. I mean, you could eat this, right? Okay, now. Oops, I'm burning our. I think I burnt this. Oops, I gotta take this out. I'm so busy having fun. Hold on. Hold on. Dora, you gotta join the party. Now you know us. I'm gonna take this out. Usually I let it sit for a while, but I burnt it, so I don't wanna lose all of it. We'll take that out. Oops. Thank God hubby's home today to help with the dishes. Doreen, please come and say hi. I would love it. Do you eat the food in the shop? Do you go to the deli? That's awesome, guys. Do you go to the prepared food and the soups and everything? That's me. All right. This is good. This is going to work. But see, here's I like this because, the shake, we're going to go back to it. Let me just get the food done because we have limited time. So, this is the grains that we're going to use in a few minutes. So now we did our hummus. So now we're going to get to lunch, right? Oh, bummer. I forgot to cook the lentils. We're going to cook some lentils. So lentils, easy to cook. Same thing. We're going to measure. And we're going to do about a cup of lentils. Oh, forgot to do these. Because we're going to make, but they'll cook quick. We're going to skip over this. Or we can make it. Let's see. So these are lentils. We're going to do a cup with 2 cups of water. No salt. We're going to wait to cook them. And this is going to get, again, it's 1 cup of grain or legumes to 2 cups of water. No salt so that they don't get hard. All right. And we're going to get that cooking. Ouch! All right, let's do that. We'll get that later. Okay. Now, for lunch, we're going to cut up some spinach, and I'm going to saute this very gently. You eat that? That's so fun. That's all my food. Everything. The chalky bite in quinoa. There's really no way. You got to add stuff to it. I mean, I don't know that chalky bite, honestly. What are you adding to your quinoa when you cook it? Do you just make it plain? Because we're going to add, sometimes like a lemon vinaigrette will help that maybe. And then we're gonna cut this for later for our, hold on, let me get this. And then we're gonna rice some cauliflower and we're gonna saute it in this. Broth adds good flavor. Yeah, you can cook it with vegetable broth if you like chicken broth. So these are cleaned already. I wash them and they get soaked. If you like, the best way to clean vegetables is get the, and I think I've shown it to you guys at the shop. Roasted sweet potatoes to put in salads. I rinse my quinoa before cooking. Helps with the chalky bite. Oh yeah, that'll do it too. All right, so now, and I love the ends on a rainbow chard. I think rainbow chard and escarole are my favorites. Hi, Jessica. And then I'm gonna cut these because I love the stems. So let's saute all this. And we did this the other day too, if you remember. We're gonna saute this because it's gonna go in our dishes. Now, if you want, you can leave this to cook on it like separate, or you can put it together and use them all. I just bought rainbow chard and fresh dandelion. For me, I like to eat dandelion raw, and I cook like the chards and the escarole. I don't know why, but I just like that. It's so good that way. That's my way. You can do your way too. It doesn't matter. All right, so now I'm just gonna put this in a pan to bring it over to the stove. And I'm not moving, you guys, if you don't mind, just for time reasons. I wanna get done for you. All right, so now we have our Swiss chard. I have a little bit of spinach. We can mix these together and use them separately. What do you use to wash your greens? So I don't have it at home, but there's a thing called grapeseed extract. And if you, thank you for my shamrock, and if you use that, and use like a tepid water, don't use ice cold or warm, and you add that to your vegetables, it will actually take all the caca off. Like, you don't have to think about it. It cleans your vegetables really well. You don't need to spend $8 on those vegetable sprays. If you don't want to, you can use that, or you can use like a baking soda. That will take out all the crap too. My aunt made with red wine vinegar and olive oil. What? Dandelion? Yes. Or a lemon juice, flaxseed oil. I mean, that's getting hardcore medicinal, but so good. All right, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, of our cauliflower today, and I'm just gonna chop it up because we're gonna mix it raw into our quinoa salad for lunch. Now look at this. You're gonna see look how fast our sweet potatoes cooked in this thing. Look, they're almost done. Oh, they're actually done. Look at that. That's how fast that thing cooks. I'm sure I'm gonna find out it's bad for you someday, but right now I just don't care. Because it works so well. But look at that. So we're gonna use these today for, do you have any fillings on Trader Joe's seasonings? I think Trader Joe's is a really good place for people to go that are busy, that are family, that maybe aren't really loving cooking, and they sort of start getting it, they help you get ideas. I mean, it's good for the fast-paced family that really can't do all of this every week, but I'm not always a fan. They do get quite a few recalls, more than I'd like to see, like in their meats and stuff, and I don't know. I don't want to talk bad, but I don't shop there. I cook, so I don't need that sort of, those products, but I think it's a great place if you like to cook and you need a little support, or you don't like to cook and you need a little support. But that's what I would say. I love them since you showed me how to cook them in the air fryer. Fillings Trader Joe's, let's see. Dandelion salad, yeah, dandelion's great. Heart mute, okay, awesome. I got all the comments. Okay, so I'm adding this to our salad. Now, you don't have to do it raw if you don't want. I'm gonna do this raw for when, and then if I had shredded carrot, you could put it in here. Not a lot, just a little bit of shred, maybe a couple tablespoons. I have come to the opinion in my world that I am not a fan of carrots. Don't know why. I just don't like them. I don't know why. I just don't like carrots. Okay, this is done. We're gonna take this out and watch. We're gonna start putting all of our food together in a minute. With those of you who watch me, you know what I'm up to. Okay, so now our quinoa and lentil salad, once the lentils are cooked, we're gonna make a little dressing and mix that all together. And then thank you. All right, now let's look at, and we're gonna go back to that. So, all right, so now, say that's, so we did our mid-morning snack around 12:30. So around 2 o'clock, we're gonna have our lentil and quinoa salad, but not yet because I forgot to cook the lentils. So we're gonna skip over, buenos dias. Radish would be a good mix in the salad. Ooh, do I have radish? I usually always have radish, but I don't think I have any radish today. I do not. I have a little burdock, but I don't want to put that in today. I'm not feeling it. Okay, I don't have that, but that would be great. But see, it gets you excited. It gets you understanding. You could chop a little broccoli if you don't want the broccoli. You know, we could use color. You could put a little roasted red pepper in this too if you wanted. But if you have arthritis or RA or any of those, you don't want to use peppers. You don't have to. I'm thinking for color. But let's do the next snack while we're waiting. Your 5 o'clock afternoon snack. And these are all meals that, I'm going to put this in the fridge till we're done. These are all kinds of meals too that really lend themselves to prepping ahead. Like you could really do a good prep day and get all of this stuff done. Beets, I mean, I'm all in for beets. Chopped beets, you know, you could shred the beets into this and use them raw. You could cook the beets. Yes, I tend not to use peppers. Fido guy, how do you say that? I don't know how I say that, but I'll call you 45. I don't use a lot of peppers here in our kitchen pharmacy class only because this is where people need healthy foods and clean foods and healing foods. Florida got guy. Oh, Florida guy. I like that. Okay, now let's add some olive oil to this and we'll saute our greens. If you wanted to, you could use coconut oil. Remember, this is my favorite oil on the planet. I love it. My hubby has, when I eat beets, I know beets are good. Peppers don't heal. No, well, for some people, peppers are very abrasive and are not necessarily healthy for you because they are a nightshade and they can aggravate arthritis. Thank you. I love my cabinets too. They're hickory. They are hickory. All right, so I'm adding lots of chopped garlic, organic chopped garlic. Sorry, my hubby gags when I eat beets. Oh, I understand that. Yeah, mine does too. I can't hide them. I can't, and they're so good for you, but yeah, that's one of those vegetables. All right, so I'm just adding, I'm not moving you guys because it's too hard, but can you see the stove? Not really. All right, hold on. Let me go this way. So I'm on that pot back here. I'm just sauteing I put some oil in the pan and I am sauteing it quick. It's a very hot pan. And now I'm just gonna add my vegetables. Now, if you have chicken stock or vegetable stock and you wanna add it, you can. But for me, I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and some water. That's it, because I've got enough flavors everywhere. But not a big deal if you wanna add. Where did I put my salt? Oh, here it is. So I'm gonna add my real salt, which I love. Oh, I eat beet chews. Kay, if you're eating beet chews, just make sure they're certified organic or GMO free. Oh, hi Ruby, welcome. I'm so glad. What are you sauteing in the pan? These are Swiss chard. You do not want to eat beets that are not certified organic because beets are now genetically modified. And I forget what the code is. We went through this once before. And I think the code, if I'm not mistaken, is 8. You know, the produce code starts with an 8. But you have to check your beet chews and make sure they're either non-GMO, non-GMO certified or they are organic. What's the difference between chicken stock and broth? Ooh, I cover that in my cookbook. That I just wrote. There's a whole section on that. All right, I added a little bit of water to this. And our lentils are almost finished. I'm gonna load, and I added olive oil, organic olive oil, and I just put a little water, but you could use, our eggplants healing? No. They are part of, while delicious, they are part of nightshades. So nightshades are grown at night, covered like in the shade, and they are eggplant white potatoes, peppers, tomatoes. And they're very abrasive to people who have arthritis. Yeah, Marianne, go away. I'm not moving my hair. I tie my hair up every day at work. I'm not doing it when I'm home, and I'm going to eat my stringy hair for all day's food. So you can get over that. All right, next. Okay, so let me check. I think our lentils are finished. Now, when you make grains, you never stir them, but if you make like lentils or legumes, you can stir them around, but you don't want to stir around grains. And these look pretty good. These are in good shape. See, we're not making a soup, so we're not making. Thank you, Loli. If people just have nothing to do but complain, so what are you gonna do? I can't take it. Thank you, something. How did you cook your lentils? So all I did with these lentils is it's 1 cup of lentils to 2 cups of water. And then I miss what they said, but I'm not even gonna scroll back and look. The nightshades are, yeah, the lentils cooked fast, right? It's the BTUs on the stove. My buckwheat, all of my rice cooker. Yeah, you could do that. They should be weird. Well, I think Anna, it's just that people who are miserable in their own beings have to make everyone else miserable. So I'm gonna just focus on love, and they just finally move on because they don't get under our skin. So the lentils are 1 cup of lentils to 2 cups of water, and then now is when we salt them, when they're warm and off the fire. And yes, it does love company, so we are not going to be miserable with them. All right. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt to these, and the warmness of the lentils. The nightshades are potatoes, white potatoes, tomatoes, eggplant, and all sorts of, all the colored peppers. Yeah, it's the same measurement as quinoa. Absolutely. And remember, you never salt your legumes. How long do you cover them for and cook them? So these cooked in like 20 minutes, not even, probably 15 or 10. I have some, I'm using a Viking stove, and the BTUs on this stove sometimes are higher than, if you're cooking on an electric stove top or an oven that doesn't have like the BTUs. So nightshades are vegetables that are grown sort of at night and undercover. And for some reason, the properties in those vegetables are very abrasive to people with arthritis and joint issues. So I don't use them here. This is our kitchen pharmacy class. I see a lot of we have over 400 people watching us right now. So I'm Chef Liz. I'll give you my quick scoop. 40 years cooking food and healing. I've been working in a health food store for the past 20 years. And back in September, I said, you know what? I'm going to teach everything I know about food and healing. Thank you, Mandy. Welcome. And I started on September 22nd. We have over 11,000 followers watching and learning. And I'm all in on social media. As the organic food movement community. So you can join the Book of Face. You have to leave an email to get in. There's like little questions to answer. They're kind of fun, and they give me an idea of what you want to learn. But you have to give me your email, otherwise I deny entry. And in there are all kinds of recipes, meal plans. I'm always posting stuff about, I appreciate you too, believe me. I didn't know where this was gonna go when I started, and I love where it goes. I really do. And I'm having a blast. And then YouTube, I post all the raw videos up. I don't edit them. I try to edit them, but it's a nightmare. So I just post them regular. So my regular times on lives are Sunday mornings, and I'm in my kitchen. Monday nights are subscriber only class. While I let people in to watch the subscribers, I do, watch the class and chat. Only actual subscribers, Grand Rising, hi Sunny Debs, get our recipes, and you have to email me. Thanks, Jake. Is there a difference between red and green lentils aside from color? I think they cook differently. And then today is our kitchen pharmacy class. And then this Friday I'll be cooking fish for Lent. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. All right, let's get back to cooking. So today we're talking about diabetics, insulin resistance, how to heal it, what to help. And I'm taking you through sort of a 1 day of food. And these recipes get posted in the Book of Face. How do we do your class? So you're doing it right now, Mandy. You're in it. It's now. Yeah, you're in it right now. Oh, yeah, we're going to cook salmon today, actually. I was going to cook cod, and I'm going to give you 2 recipes, but I didn't have cod so when I left my shop yesterday, so we're doing cod. Okay, so we did our hummus, our midday meal we're going to make now. So we're going to make sort of like a bowl, right? And again, these are all things that you can do and prep ahead of time. Like when you make them, and you'll see we'll have a bunch of added extra stuff. So we cooked our quinoa, and we're gonna add that to our bowl. So we have quinoa, and I did red and green for no other reason that I had both, and I just felt like mixing them together because I didn't have a lot. So we're gonna add about a half a cup of cooked quinoa, right? And I cook this very simply. And then I'm gonna add half a cup of cooked lentils. So we're going to mix that together. So now we have a lentil bowl. Now, if you don't like these and you want to do short grain brown rice and beans, you could do that. I didn't bake my quinoa. I just laid it. I burned it. So I dumped it on a baking tray because I was too busy yapping. Now, I'm going to add our rice, cauliflower, and spinach. Any significance to the color? Not for anything, but it's just I like green lentils, but like split peas are a lentil or a legume, and they cook a little differently and lend themselves great for soup. Red lentils also, they get very mushy, but green lentils, black lentils hold their shape, so they lend themselves to that. Are the beans dry to start? The lentils were dry when I started, yes. So now, look how fast this grew. There is no way you're going to be able to eat all of this. Trust me. It's a lot. And so packed with nutrients. But if you want this much, we're going to make the whole bowl as is. But I would say you're going to need a little less. But now we can make a lemon vinaigrette for this, and which we will do. But first, we're going to add some pumpkin seeds. I wish I could eat grains and seeds, skins, but I have diverticulitis. Oh, we should do a class for that. Yeah, and again, so I'm adding some pumpkin seed. Now, if you don't like pumpkin seed like this, you can blend it. If you like flaxseed, you always grind it. We had hemp seeds in our snack, but if you like hemp seed, you could put hemp seed. This is just, and you're gonna get, when I give you this, so we're doing like blood sugar issues, when we do this, you're gonna get, and when I post all of this, you're gonna have an entire 7-day meal plan. And I'm posting this on the Book of Face, so it's gonna be there. All you have to do to get into the Book of Face is leave your email. So then on top of this, we're gonna add an avocado. That gives us the healthy fat. It gives us, for anybody that's vegan or vegetarian, this is a great little meal. Now, if you would like to, you could, hold on. I don't think it's possible to eat an entire avocado with this. I think your body will be like, oh, this is so good, but I can't possibly eat anymore because of how nutrient dense it is. But you could also add to this, what do you call it? A hard-boiled egg, right? If you wanted to do that. Okay, so, and now, where is it? Now, if you want to, this is just like salt. You could add curry to this. You could add all kinds of spices, ginger, garlic. I have a sesame ginger dressing that I could add to this. I'm not gonna put it on now, but we could make a lemon vinaigrette, but I make a sesame ginger dressing that's wonderful. I could pour that on this to eat. You could make a creamy dressing, like we make I think I'm definitely gonna do a dip, sauce, and spread class. I think that would be so awesome, because then you'd have like, we could probably do 15 different dressings and sauces and season and things, and then you just have them. You're gonna need some glass jars to make it, but then, you know, get little the tiny little mason jars for the dressings. Okay, well, all right, let me fit that in. I gotta see how we're gonna fit that in. But then, like, so now you have this beautiful bowl of nutrient dense, and I have to tell you what this will do for your blood sugar is, instead of it going, you're just gonna go like this. Yeah, well, we're gonna do salmon for the nighttime dinner. That's why I didn't add it to this. But if you wanted to put a piece of salmon, maybe some tuna, or something like that, you could totally do that too. Actually, even if you wanted to, you could do like 3 ounces of grilled chicken if you wanted. Now we just need a loaf of bread. You know what? Something, Boogie, you couldn't do it. You couldn't eat bread with all the lentils, and you would be so full. This is a power-packed meal. You could change this to a black bean salad and like a short grain brown rice. So yeah, so what I would, my feeling for this dish would be flaxseed or olive oil and lemon juice with like garlic and salt, and pour it all over it and eat it. All of those are coming right now, New Hope. Those are the next blend of food. Feta or goat cheese, absolutely. But keep in mind, we're in a medicinal state here. Pick kimchi. Ooh, wait. Here you go. Where's my kimchi? Did I take it out? Oh, I did. Oh, it's perfect. What's in the bowl? Erin, in the bowl is cooked quinoa, lentils, some avocado, riced cauliflower, and baby spinach. And now, look. There you go. Some delicious homemade kimchi that we made like a month ago, and I eat it all the time. There you go. I want radish kimchi, hard to find. You gotta make it. You have the kimchi recipe, just make it. There you go. That's beautiful, right? So this would be our 2 o'clock lunch. So I'm gonna show you as we move along. And now we have 2 more things to cook, and then I gotta move. So, all right, so now I wanna show you how we're gonna cook our salmon. I wanted to do cod, but I didn't have it, so you will get the cod recipe as well. Well, you're gonna get a 7-day meal plan with this group. So, Bridge, I am an artist. I actually would say yes to that. I like making food, and I like making food taste delicious. But this is beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna leave this aside, and now we only have our fish to make, and then our meal will be ready for our salmon. All right, so we're gonna make our salmon. Now, we did our coconut yams. We did our Swiss chard. You guys are great. Oh, we're so close to 100,000 likes. I love it. You guys are rock stars. Okay, now, let's see. so for now, our salmon, let me see where my salmon recipe is, because I did both. Okay, here we go. So for salmon, we're gonna do simple. We could do fancy. Actually, you know what? Oh, use the hemp seed. I love that. We're gonna use the hemp seed. Before we do our salmon, I'm gonna put the salmon in, and then we're gonna go back and make our afternoon snack. Or our, wait, hold on, where is it? Our mid-morning. We did our, oh, here it is. We didn't do our mid-morning. Hold on. Oh, we did our afternoon before our mid-morning. Cucumber and hummus. Oh, 5. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold. 5, 6. Afternoon. Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, sorry about that. Had a moment. All right, so for our, so let me do this. Oh, maybe we'll do you want me to do our ginger, sesame ginger for our salmon? I like that. Let's do that. Something different. All right, so let me get our piece of salmon. Now, you really only need like 3 or 4 ounces. You don't want to do more than that, because we're going to do, you want to have a mix. And remember, with our food combining, you want to just have a certain ratio of you know, protein and what do you call it? Oh, protein and complex carbs. So this is going to be with coconut aminos, toasted sesame oil, there's scallion, ginger, black sesame. So let's just kind of put that over it. Okay. Oh my God, that smells so good. And this is going to be with our coconut sweet potatoes. Oh, you make this stuff all the time? I know. Salmon's great. I mean, I like a white fish too, because then you get, so this is very high in fat, right? Your salmon. So I'll say it again, Mary, give me 1 second. So this is, you don't want to have, salmon is great and it's a superfood and we cook it all the time, but you also want to think about what else, as a diabetic, as it's my liver, but I do use alternatives. Yes. So you could do like a coconut amino with toasted sesame oil. And I like, for diabetics, I totally agree with you. Yes, salmon's good, but I think we can get to that bridge, but not today. I think what's good is a white fish, because white fishes are high in protein and lower in fat. So yes, you want fat, but if you're doing other things that have fat in them for the day, you want to also be careful of that. You know, there's a very tricky balance when you're trying to heal blood sugar naturally and not wanting to do drugs or any of that. Thank you for my heart. Thank you for the heart. How do I find you in FB? Leah, all of it. Oh my God, yup. Something. Okay, so now sauce ingredients: toasted sesame oil, coconut aminos, ginger, scallion, and I use fresh ginger in this, black sesame, and what's the, brown rice vinegar. Okay, now we're gonna cook that, and while that's cooking, let's do our afternoon snack. So when we do our afternoon snack, we're gonna come back to, we're gonna make some avocado. So remember our avocado that we used earlier? Let's make, now we could do, if you want, we can mash it like a quick guacamole, which is always fun. The only thing I don't have is lime today, but we'll do it with lemon. So if we do this, so we're gonna add that. We're gonna put a little bit of salt, just a little. Let me see, I think I have red onion cut. Yes, I have a red onion. And look, remember our bowl of herbs that I've been keeping? I mean, some of them are getting really tired and I'll have to go through it, but I've had this bowl of herbs probably well over a month. And how I did this was I mean, it's time. A lot of this is not good. It's gonna hit the compost, but it's because I was away for a week and didn't water the bowl. But I mean, this lasted for you guys. How long have I had this bowl? Like probably, I'm gonna say almost 6 weeks, right? So we did pretty good. Let's see. So we're gonna do a little bit of cilantro. Oh, and I don't think I have any limes today, so we'll squeeze a little lemon in there, which is fine. Okay, so a little salt, a little lemon. We'll do a little red onion. Hold on 1 second. Oh. All right, let's see. I'm gonna cut up a little bit of cilantro. What a nice kitchen. Thanks. It gets a little chaotic in here when I'm cooking for you guys, but one day I'll give you the tour of the whole kitchen. You can see it. Okay. And then we're gonna just add a little bit of this onion. We just need a tiny, tiny bit. You guys can see the board, right? See, and like onion is great for your immune system. Okay, so you always want to have it. And then I have a lemon. I just like to, squish it on the counter because that breaks it up and makes it easy to squeeze. And then I'm just gonna give it a little bit of oil. I mean, this is a quick sort of non-guacamole, but it'll give it some flavor. If you have like fresh garlic and you want to put that in, you could do it. If you like a little, if you wanted a little spicy, you could add cayenne pepper. But again, right? So remember, you're just doing a half an avocado. This is a quick snack, right? What we're doing is trying to keep your blood sugar from spiking. That's the whole point. Let's not spike our blood sugar is the key to the fun of this class. How do we keep our blood sugar from spiking? Right? So we have a little bit of baby spinach. And now we made this. Now, if you don't like avocado, what could you do? You could make, I guess, another bean dip. You could do the hummus, which we did this morning. Okay, now, hold on, avocado. And now we're gonna add a little bit of our hemp seed again. 100,000, woohoo, we did it again. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we're gonna do a little hemp. If you don't wanna do hemp a second time in a day, use ground flax. That works. And then we have our Food Alive seed crackers. I like these. They are, oh, my nose is so itchy. They are, let me see, let me get my glasses. I said this before. There's 6 grams of protein, 8 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fiber. That's amazing. And look, and then what's the 8 of these is a serving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that. Again, I mean, that's kind of fun. You could do, actually, you know what you could do? You could do these seed crackers with like a black bean salsa. That would be great. Like a really nice vegetable salsa. Now, again, if you have RA issues, you tend to use the avocado instead, right? Because the the salsa is all peppers and tomato, not the best, but if you needed something else, or you could just do a nice black bean salad, right? All right, so now let's set up, because our fish is almost done, and then we'll go back and go over all the salads. Now look, I want you to see something. There's a lot of food here. It's like deconstructed avocado toast. Exactly. You have chronic pain, angel eyes, like a fibromyalgia kind of thing. It's all inflammation, my darling, or maybe it's Lyme, but you know, go on the Book of Face and find one of the 7-day meal plans. Is it seeds, hearts, or ground? So it's both. That cracker has both. It's like, and we'll make them. I can do it. You just joined? Awesome. Welcome. You're going to feel better. There, look here, let me show you. Can you see the cracker? You can see there's like seeds in it and ground. Like they ground up the almonds, right? And it's great. But I want you to see how much extra food we have. Like look at all of this. So you have enough here to make like 3 meals. And I only cooked a cup of each of these. It's hard to cook less than that. But it's actually you know, it's just, you could do all this in a day and make yourself at least, you know, your week's lunches. You can freeze this if you need to. It freezes okay, but let me show you, because we're almost ready. Here is your dinner, right? So now you eat that avocado and seed cracker around 5 o'clock, and then around 7:30, you're gonna have your dinner. So I'm gonna show you when we're finished all the food that we ate, that we are gonna eat in one day. And I guarantee you, when you eat this way, you are not going to be looking for any other food. You're just not. It's impossible. Now you could mash this, or you can leave it like this. You can't possibly eat the whole by the time you get to this meal, you are not going to be able to eat this entire sweet potato. I guarantee it. You might the first few times because you know you're used to eating, but when you eat empty calories, or you're eating processed food, which are empty calories, and you go to eating in this way, you are pleasantly surprised that the cost of food will go down because you don't need to eat as much. And the way that you feel, thank you, Michelle, for the follow. The way that you feel is so much better. Look, this is one bunch of Swiss chard. Can't possibly eat this all in one meal. Now, old school, I'm gonna be honest here, full disclosure, I would take this, maybe even 3 years ago, I would pour a glass of wine, red wine, I'd get a loaf of bread, I would make herbed butter, and I would sit and eat the wine, the bread, and this whole thing of Swiss chard. So good. Can't eat like that anymore though. It doesn't work. And then let's, I'm clearing the deck so we can go over all of our food that we just made. And then you're gonna see the whole day of food unfold all in front of us. But you see, there's a lot of leftover food, and this meal prep actually, you have so much extra food that you could make a bunch of these meals and have them to get started. You know, and if you get some glass containers and put them in, you can, I know I love Swiss chard too, Sunny Deb. Swiss chard, escarole, I mean, what's better than that? I don't know. Okay, you guys ready to see how beautiful our food looks today? And look, we finished it by 9:45, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. We did like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And we have food for the week. You know, I have meals for 4 days, 5 days. And this food I don't think I'm gonna give anybody. All the desserts that we made on Friday, gone. I can't even show you the cheesecake. Ron took it to work yesterday. I was like, where's the cheesecake? He was like, oh, I took it to work. I was like, what? Did he take that one to work? I think he took it to his afternoon gig. I think. I don't know. It disappeared. All right, so here. Let me just swipe off our table. And I'm going to show you all the beautiful food that we made today. But first, let's plate our dinner. I love this oven. It's the perfect oven for this kind of work. All right. Let's see. There's a nice little spatula to get that off the tray. I mean, honestly, I would take this fish and cut it into 2 pieces. I could not eat this. Oh! I couldn't eat, oh, come on. I couldn't eat this whole, I couldn't do it. At this point, I'd be like, what? Too much food. Okay, so this is our 7:30 dinner. Now, look, you'd still have another piece for tomorrow for your lunch. Remember we were talking about the salmon bowl? You guys were talking about, oh, I'd put a big piece of salmon on that bowl. The other one from before. You could turn this into 2 bowls with that fresh piece of fish. Look. I mean, I don't know how we could eat all of that. Hi, Healthy Supplement. I know, right? It's flopping around. Okay, so let's look at the timeline here. Can you answer this, or how often do you go to the gym? Don, I have a treadmill here at home, and I use that maybe 2 or 3 times a week. About 2 or 3 times. I don't know either, but I give it my best shot. I love everything you're making. Well, LNH, welcome. You want to join my team will show you. Okay, hold on now. This is all about blood sugar today. That's what we worked on. So this would be a day in a life of somebody balancing their blood sugar or calming their blood sugar down. Wonderful recipe, so glad I found you. Thank you. Is walking good for you? How much to walk? You know, so I find that everybody, we were all in agreement that walking is the best. Don, I'd get enough just trying to dodge those doggies. All right, so which crackers, please? Okay, so let me take you through and I'll show you all of this. And then when you join the Book of Face in a couple of days, you're going to get all of this information about blood sugar and healing and all of that. And you'll also, part of this will be a 7-day meal plan to sort of show you. And I'm going to do it with the fasting in there. Sugar with those meals. Yeah, right, Angel Eyes? Like, how do I find you on Facebook? Sonia, it's the Organic Food Movement community. And you have to give your email. All right, so look. So you break your fast with this beautiful protein drink, right? And it's almond milk. I didn't put almond butter in, but you could put almond butter. We put in there the superfood, Chuvani, blueberries, chia seed. I mean, it is packed with nutrients, right? Then about 2.5 hours later, you're gonna make some hummus with hemp seeds and your scoop of cucumber. This is your scooper. So that's your next step, right? It's only a couple of tablespoons. You don't eat a lot. But this is to keep your blood sugar even all day. So if you're just joining us or you're just kind of coming in, this whole kitchen pharmacy class today was about balancing and healing sort of type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, hypoglycemia. How do you get there? How do you fix that? Then for lunch, we made a beautiful bowl of lentil and quinoa salad with sliced avocado. There's raw cauliflower and I'll do it again for you, Blaze. And raw cauliflower, some baby spinach with kimchi, lemon vinaigrette, and some avocado. And then any pomegranate or no, I would not use cranberries in this, right? It's a dried fruit. That's going to spike your sugar. Then for your afternoon, sort of like 5:30 in the afternoon, you're going to do like a little seed cracker. Look at these beautiful seed crackers. And that's this. And I will put them on my Kitchen Essentials page, which you can get through my website on where to buy these. I'll get that up as soon as I can, maybe in the next day or so. And these are great, right? They are packed full of nutrients. They're certified organic. They've got 6 grams of protein and 8 grams of carbohydrates, but 5 grams of fiber. I know. Yes, I want to make them homemade. I just haven't had time. So, and they're gluten-free. Yes, they're totally gluten-free. Non-GMO, gluten-free, and vegan, and certified organic. They have a whole line. They're new. Allergic to tree nuts. Oops, can't eat these. Womp womp. So I will find you another. Maybe Mary's. I think Mary's is another one that you could use. But you're looking for a seed cracker. Things that don't spike your blood sugar. And then for dinner, I added this little piece of salmon on here, but it's not going to be part of the recipe. And then for this would be your last meal of the day. You've got a fat, a vegetable, and a fat protein, right? A vegetable and your carbs to keep your blood sugar steady all night. So beautiful, right? So this is your meal. This would be what a meal looks like to balance your blood sugar. I mean, to me, this looks way better than fast food, pizza, Chinese food, blah, 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 all that takeout shit that we eat. This is where you want to be. This is where we want to be. I know it's so good. So I have a little bit of time. I've got like 5 minutes to answer questions and then I gotta go. I'm gonna make myself another cup of coffee for my 10 o'clock class. Did you guys have fun today? I don't love salmon. Yeah, you can switch. So Jennifer, if you have a whitefish, you could use a whitefish. I know everybody wants to face plant in the food. What's in the drink? The drink is almond milk. I use this one. It's certified organic. It has 4 ingredients: water, almonds, vanilla extract, and a little pinch of salt. If you want to take a screenshot. It's usually in the refrigerated section. I love it here too. We put in that, the Chobani protein and the superfood protein, some frozen blueberries, almond butter. You're gonna get the recipes too. I should just travel around and go to people's homes and stay there and cook for like a week. Like I could take a day. It would take me probably 4 hours to cook an entire meal for the week kind of thing. I should do that with you guys. Would you guys like that? Like a 4-hour class where we planned all the food. Maybe we do like a inflammation food week, and maybe I send it out so that you guys get to learn it, and you have all your food, and we just cook and you prep, and I send you everything you need, and we do it together. I know these are perfect, right? Thank you for my chili peppers. All right, let me see when we can plan that. The name of the crackers were, it's a new company. I just saw it. It's great, but it does have almonds in it, so we'll have to find something that everybody can do. Thank you, Faz. It's so nice that you're all here today. Remember, join the Book of Fit. Look, we have like 400 people and nobody wants to leave again. Isn't that funny? This always happens. I kind of love it. Thank you. I feel like an angel on earth because I have so many people that I can talk to and help. So, okay, so, make sure you're on the Book of Face. If you became a subscriber today, Monday nights is our subscriber only night. So we're gonna, you get your private recipes that we do for that class, but we leave it open for everyone. And that's it. I think you're good. Oh, and I wrote a cookbook. So if you want a good cookbook, 28 soups, 8 different stocks. It's really good. It's some of my favorite soups. It's like there's mostly chicken-based soups and vegan soups and vegetarian soups. They're really wonderful. Bye, Joan Miller. It was so nice. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for all that love, Faz. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Faz. Thank you. Oh, I don't have any more coffee to toast you with, but next time I will. Bye. Bye, Bridge. Well, thank you very much, guys. I mean, you guys, I can't believe you're all here, and we just did this fabulous class on kitchen pharmacy. Thank you for today. Look forward to seeing you at the store. Please remember when you come in to come find me and say hi. Just ask for me, and I'll come out and say hi. It's so fun. So I wrote a cookbook. It's on the place we all shop, Love by the Ladle. So if you'd like to get it, it's a fabulous book. 28 soups. Of course, I don't know where I put it, so I can't even show it to you. It's somewhere in my house. I don't know what I did with it. So ridiculous. But you can buy it there, and it's really good. It has 28 different soups. There's a lot of information in there about the equipment you need. I talk about how to make good soup. It's really good. Love by the Ladle. Copper, it's so nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jess. Nice spending time with you guys today. Love you guys. All right, I gotta run. I don't want to leave because there's so many people here. We had such a good time. All right, you're going to get all these recipes and then some. More. Have a wonderful day, guys. Oh my God, I don't want to leave you guys. It was so fun. And we have over 100,000 likes. I mean, we cranked it today. Thank you. All right, I'm going to bring you close to me. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you Friday morning. That one I'm probably going to be late, but sometime around between 7:30 and 8, and we're going to be cooking all kinds of fish for Lent. I think I'm making lobster salad, crab cakes, a fish salad, which I've done before, but you'll see them. I'll probably do some kind of salmon, some panna cotta, and I think I might do some sardines, which I've not done in the store before. So that's what we're going to be doing. See you later. Will you post lemon vinaigrette? Yes, I'll put it in with these recipes. Let me make that note. In these recipes, you'll get that recipe. But I think it's in the Book of Face already. You just subscribed, Jess. Welcome. Yeah, that's next, salad. Thank you, Mary Lou. Thank you, everybody. Oh, thank you, Jess. And the ginger sauce. Got it. All right. So what do I need to email? You're going to email Chef Liz at the Organic Food Movement. Yes, you need to email me to get the recipes for the subscriber classes. And you'll get all the back subscriber classes that we've done, which I think is like 10 now. Fish Friday. You know what? Maybe we'll make a shrimp curry too. Maybe we'll do a bunch of shrimp dishes. I'm going to make a fish stew too. Whoop. Beth, we're done. I'm getting off. But don't worry, you'll get all the recipes and all the notes. And yes, thank you, New York Gal. Include your TikTok name. All right, bye, guys. I got to go. Love you.